Okay, I welcome you to a new video, and the first video of 2023, which will be a running session style sort of update. Now, we should start off with updates and new stuff, and stuff that I've changed, and stuff that I've done. So, first things that you should know about are this pair of engines, which you can see down there. Now, these engines are both new liveries to me. Not new liveries, new companies. So the first one, which you should be seeing now, is a Southern Malachite Green to be specific, schools class called Wellington. Now, to my knowledge, this model was only produced for 2 years. And I've been looking for a school class for a while, so that was a nice pickup for Christmas. The second locomotive to the right is a Hornby LMS Royal Scot, which I got during a Boxing Day deal, as it was 50 to 75 Australian dollars off, if I can remember correctly. Both are good models. The schools class, which I oiled up, seeing as it was new as in box, but I didn't know when it was last oiled, so that was just had some oil put on it. And the Royal Scot, both run well. They run really well, actually. They're good runners, and they don't stall, unlike the B12, which you should be seeing on another piece of an updated part of the layout, which is inset track. Starting of, well, the coaling area for locomotives, for water and coaling. I've sort of concreted it in. I will paint it eventually, but I can't find out how to get it smooth. It's rough, and if anyone's got any answers or any ideas on how I could try and keep it smooth, seeing as I want to do a bit more of the yard in that sort of concreted up style, I would welcome them. So here is the test bed for inset track. It's rather small and sort of resembles a level crossing. And this is just to check clearances and such to make sure that the loco can get over and doesn't get caught on the middle part. And as you can see, it works. Now obviously when I do this on the actual layout, it'll be a lot cleaner and the lines will be a lot straighter. This test was just to see how the clay acts, considering that I've never used it before, and how it works, and how long it will stay malleable for, which was quite a long time. About an hour, 30 minutes to an hour, it stayed malleable for, so that should be enough time to work it out. And now a small test of the B12, moving in the coal stage, siding with the inset track, and as you can see, it performs perfectly fine, as did the B2 Peckett and the Prairie. The B12 stopped on that point. It's always done that, and I've got no idea why. done it from brand new. Might just move that little MGB out of the way, and we can run that back. Yeah, there's not much of a buffer stop there if you can't tell that's gone over. But yes, the inset track does work perfectly fine, and there is perfect clearance between the rails, the centre part of the inset track, and the outside. And now we will get back to the running session. The other new things are a couple of new cars, Oxford diecast, a Mark II Ford Cortina, and a MGB GT for anyone that knows their cars. The other things I've done is I've painted up my 3D printed coal stave. Just tell me what you think of it. That's the underside, but you won't see that because that's unpainted. But that's been painted up now. Wood, sort of rough, old, used type thing. And the other thing I've done, which I've just cut so I can go get the building and show it to you. Okay, this barn, I gave a black wash. I'm pretty sure it was a Wills kit. But I blackwashed the roof, the doors, and the brickwork. Just move out from under my finger. But it looks a lot more realistic now. It could be better though, I still think, but it certainly looks a lot older than it did and less plasticky, which I'm quite happy with. So now what I will do for you is I will give you a bit of a running session. Christmas, New Year time period. I painted the layout spaceboard in a brown colour. I think it looks a lot better now personally, rather than the bare wood. Some of the layout was done in a sort of red-green paint mix to get brown before I had any actual brown paint, which the top coat is the actual brown paint, and it's the same brown paint as the hill was done, but in parts of the layout there is an undercoat of darker purple red-green mix that goes to about here, and then it's from there to sort of where the signal box is up there, it's fully brown. Engine shed is probably the thing I regret most about this layout. The stickers on it, which I admit I didn't apply the best, but stickers on a building for model railways, yes, it's aimed at sort of children, but it cost $50, and I'd reckon you could probably get engine sheds, like sort of like the Wills kit ones that you could make look 1,000 times better than this, and that's one thing I plan on replacing eventually. Another thing I should do on my layout, or do to my hill, and that my hill needs doing, is probably having a bit of static grass put on it, seeing as I've painted it brown as sort of dirt for underneath the static grass. But static grass applicators cost quite a bit, so I'll have to get one of those in order to put static grass on it. But that's been painted brown, and the other thing I should probably do is try use air drying clay to sort of seal up the gap between itself and the actual layout, and make that so that it looks more seated in, because one thing that I find makes buildings on a layout, or structures on a layout, look like they're supposed to be there, is by making them look like they fit in. For example, a building like my barn there, I could put sort of tufts of weed and maybe some odd pieces of grass growing up around it between cracks in what will eventually be air drying clay, and in universe would be concrete or stone or something, and they would be growing up through the cracks. I hope you had a happy new year and a good Christmas. Please like and subscribe to help grow the channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.